Hi everyone, this is Professor Hall, and if you've noticed over here, none of our classes say that they are available. They're all currently unavailable, but they'll be available soon, and I wanted to give you a walkthrough of our class just to show you how it will be set up. I know for some of you, this is the first time you've taken an online class, so hopefully this will kind of help calm your fears if you have any, and if you have taken an online class before, every teacher does things a little bit differently. So let's get started. Technical and professional writing. So the first thing you notice, besides the lovely blue color and the nice banner on our home page here, is that I've connected you directly to the learning centers. So if you need, some of these may not be working at the time that you watch this, but if you need tutoring, you can always click tutoring services in Upswing. There are email addresses here to contact tutoring services, and then there's instructions either in video form or step-by-step here of how to sign up for a tutoring appointment. So if you ever find that you need some extra help in this class with the assignments or with the writing, you want someone to help you proofread, those kind of things, you can always get tutoring. The other thing on this page are the academic computing lab hours. I know we're trying to stay off of campus, but if you need to come on campus and use the computers, the hours are there for you. And the computing lab is on the 5th floor of Elston in room 530. Over here on the left-hand side are the other links for the course. So first is the syllabus and calendar. The syllabus is here in a module or here in the PDF version. And when you go into the syllabus, you can see my lovely smiling face. You can navigate the syllabus either by these arrows here, or if you give my slow internet a second, there should be a table of contents. Oh, it's down there for some reason. Okay, we're going to move it. There is a table of contents that you can look at as well. So you can click for things like what course materials we have, what types of assignments you'll have, our plagiarism policy. There's also links here, the numbers, the phone numbers and the hours for all of our support services. Obviously, during this period of time, those have changed a little bit. So, but the numbers are still the same, so you can always call. Also in our link for the syllabus and calendar is, you guessed it, the calendar. So for each week, tells you what we're going to be talking about, when you will have things due, and also what you need to watch, what you need to read, and what you need to do. So for each week, that is the setup. What you watch in terms of lectures or YouTube videos, what you need to read. We have a PDF textbook as well as the book on writing well, and then we also have a few other readings that I've provided for you, and then what you need to do for that week. The due dates can also be seen here in the monthly calendar view. I'm going to flip over to February, and these are for all of my classes, but you'll notice that everything for you guys is on Wednesday. So Wednesday by 11:59 p.m., the end of the day, and it tells you can click to see. And these are my classes, but you can click over here and select or unselect your own classes. It really helps to try to plan out when to turn things in and what projects you'll have coming up. So lessons and assignments is basically where everything else is. This video will replace the old one of the welcome and overview of our class. And then each week we have, each unit rather, we have some of the title to the unit, the dates that it runs, and then the final due date. And if you click on each folder, a little bit of a longer explanation of what we're doing and why, what the goals are for the class, and then again, what you need to watch, what you need to read, and what you need to do. The assignments are right there. So let's go back And we will look at, some of these are 2-week units. I'll click on this one for example. What I'm covering in my lectures is going to be the same for both of the assignments that you have. But if you notice here, there's watch, read, and then some things are due here March 10th and other things are due March 17th. So watch and then read, and then there are the assignments. 2 weeks worth of assignments. There's also a link here to the textbook. There's a couple online textbooks that we are using. This is an OER course, so we do have the book on writing well, but I decided not to have you guys buy a super expensive technical writing textbook. Instead, there are a few different things that we're using. So here is a PDF version that you can look at it in here, but I think that it is probably easier once it loads, which, sorry guys, my internet's super slow today. There we go. Once it loads, you can download the whole thing if you want. A lot of people have problems sometimes trying to read it on here. There are pages from those books that are assigned to you. You can also get it here if you just want to look at it online. To be honest, that might be even easier. We also have another text from Lumen Learning, and the link for that is here as well. This goes to the table of contents for the entire book, and then you can click on the part that is assigned to you. I also have a link directly to the discussion forums. We have discussion forums not every week, but for some of the weeks. So if you'd like to go in directly to them, if that's easier for you than going through the lessons and assignments, you can do that. Also, there are links for grades, there are links for email, for Blackboard help, and then also to Starfish. So I have Starfish open already. Here, I can make referrals for you, but you can also use Starfish yourself to ask for things like success coach help, mentoring, counseling, ADA transition. There's also places where you can raise your hand to ask a question, and then somebody can be in contact with you. Now, if you have a question for me, just email me. But if you have a question about school, or if you're needing tutoring or help from a success coach, that Starfish is really the place you want to go to get connected to those services. So that's basically the overview for the class. The only other thing I want to say is, here we go, going back to the course description. Just briefly, this class looks at the principles of effective writing for specific forms of professional and technical writing. So what we're going to do is look at things beginning with some professional types of documents. We'll look at handling a customer complaint. We'll look at how to write with a professional tone to a specific audience. We'll look at how to edit a document for clarity and conciseness. We'll talk a little bit about grammar and how to edit or proofread for grammar. Business communications, we'll look at things like memos. Then we'll look at resume and cover letters, professional presentations, which are much different, in my opinion, from those that you'll do in school. And then we'll look at some technical documents, manuals and instructions, and feasibility reports. At the end, you'll be revising one of your projects and putting things together into a portfolio that you'll reflect on. So that's basically the class. We're going to look at some professional types of writing, some technical types of writing, and we'll look at things like formatting and design, producing cohesive written texts, analyzing an audience, revising and editing, and those kind of skills. So it's quite a bit different from academic writing, and the first week, that's basically the discussion. How is professional writing and how is technical writing different from academic writing? So that's basically it. That's the walkthrough of the class. That's me. That's my contact information. I hope that this gave you a good idea of what's coming up, and I can't wait to see you guys in class. Thanks.